Welcome to our first session of Conversations with Women in Tango. My name is Nadia. I'm from Chile, and I've been living in Finland for 6 years now. And with my partner, and we both teach tango here. Last weekend, I was longing for social interaction, and I had an idea. What if I could have women who work in tango talking to me live on Facebook? And here we are today, Friday already. That idea came true, and partly also because the people who I invited, they all said yes. So I'm super excited about this. And now I have my first guest here, who is right there, right beside me. And she's an amazing dancer and teacher who has taught for a long time, over 25 years. And as a dancer, she's known for her subtlety and delicate and feminine style. She has danced in theaters and festivals in Argentina and around the world. So I'm super thrilled, super happy that she accepted my invitation, and I'm happy to introduce those of you who are listening, the amazing Noelia Barsi.
Hello.
Hi, Noelia.
Hello.
Thank you for accepting the invitation, and welcome.
It's my pleasure. Thank you. Thank you very much for having this idea also, which is very nice for tango in general.
Yes, I agree. We need to hear more about women, right?
I think this is a great moment to have conversations, because normally we teach a lot of steps, and we are always disappointed about that we don't have time to talk with the people and to teach more the essence of tango. So I think this virus give us this opportunity.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. There are some good things coming out also, together with all the bad things and the strange things that we're living now. So, Noelia, tell us, how are you holding on with this situation now? Are you at home in Buenos Aires, I suppose?
I'm at home in my house with my boyfriend. So I live with him. So we are passing the quarantine here. I'm happy, although the situation is not very good. But I think we have to see the opportunities that the situation is giving us, like this one, for example. I start learning how to play the guitar, for example.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was something that I wanted to do for many years. I have my guitar. It was just there waiting for me. And actually, one amazing tango post on Facebook: if somebody wants to take guitar lessons, please contact me. So I contact him, and he's giving me my lessons. So I'm very happy.
Nice. That's great.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
good. It's nice.
So I have actually a similar issue with the ukulele. I had a ukulele there. And I'm learning how to play it too.
That's nice. That's nice. Great.
So Noelia, you started dancing very young, right? How old were you?
Very young. I was 11.
11 years old.
When I started, I was 11 years old. And actually, now that I see my nephews, now they are 9, 8. I watched them and I said, that's really young. Because when I said, yes, I started when I was 11, it doesn't seems to me that I was so young. Yeah. And then when I see the kids of that age, yes, I was very young.
So how was it to like the milonga environment? Did you go to parties, to the milongas, for instance, at that age?
Well, yes, of course, but it's in my family. It's not that everybody dance tango. I start dancing because my uncle took me, my brother, and my sister also to the tango lessons. And when he went to tango lessons, of course he used to dance when he was young, like my father.
Mm.
But all of you knows that for a long period, tango was like not existing.
Mm.
It stopped completely, maybe for political reasons or stuff like that. And my uncle got divorced at the 1922. He went to dance tango, but nothing was like before. So he thought, I must start taking tango lessons again to start my social life again. So he went with Rodolfo and Maria Sieri. And after very few lessons, like 2-3 lessons, he thought maybe that's a good opportunity for Noelia, Nahuel, and Melina. So he took us to the lessons.
Okay.
Then my sister stopped after a few lessons, and I went on dancing with my brother.
So
He's a year younger than me.
Okay, so your brother was your first partner.
He was my partner for 15 years.
15 years. Wow. So how was that?
Actually, we did the first tours together. It was very nice. For me, he was my best partner.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, we share great moments together.
That's nice. And what about your maestros? Like, how were they? The Rodolfo and Maria Sieri.
For me, they were and they still being my teachers, because Maria, she's alive. She's still alive, and we talk regularly. I visit her regularly. He's very proud of me. Yes, it's nice. Well, the situation actually when I was very young, it was a bit weird, you know, because in the couple, my brother, he was the one that loves tango. Me, I didn't like it. So, yes. So Maria always complain about that. She have a very strong character, like she's very strong. Rodolfo, he was the sweetie part of the couple, and Maria, she was very, very strict, talking about the teaching, like so. So I was always there. I don't know why. I think that for some reason that later on I understood, I was there. And although I was not very happy, there was something inside me that pushed me to go on. And I understood later, because actually my brother, he stopped dancer, and I was the one that keep this as my profession. So it was very funny, because she was always like telling me, why you don't do this, why you don't do it like that, look at your brother, and stuff like that. My brother, he's amazing. So of course everybody look at him, and me too. He's very a great person, and he was a great dancer too. And he used to dance exactly the same as Rodolfo, but exactly the same. I wish I had the videos online. I have them, but in the old system.
Okay.
But sooner or later I will I will get them to post it on YouTube.
Yeah, that's a document.
Yeah, it's very nice because we were surprised how he danced exactly the same than Rodolfo. But in that period was very common to have one teacher or one couple with whom you learn.
Yeah.
It was not very common to, like nowadays, that you take a seminar with a couple, then you go with another one. In that period was not like that. Actually, we were with them for 10 years the moment Rodolfo dies.
And also,
So,
I suppose that there in this relationship, it's like a relationship where you become very close, like part of the family.
very close.
Yeah.
Very close. Actually, Rodolfo and Maria, they used to give their lessons in a club in Villa del Parque. It was called Gimnasia Esgrima de Villa del Parque. The club is still there. And they used to have the lesson every Tuesday and Thursday. And we were like a family. My classmate were El Gallego Manolo, for example, then Silvia and Alfredo, Los Alonso. They were my classmates.
Okay.
And it was very
Amazing.
common to celebrate birthdays, to visit during the weekends. Actually, Rodolfo and Maria, they were quite famous for Cancengue style. They used to give many workshops in Europe, in London, Amsterdam, many workshops of Cancengue, but not here in Buenos Aires.
Wow.
So it was very nice because actually we learned their Cancengue because of that parties that we have on their house. So every weekend we went to their house to get some dance, and they taught us the cancengue in their house. They never give cancengue lessons here in Buenos Aires. So we learned the cancengue from them because of that kind of meetings, of that kind of relations.
Yeah.
So that's, for me, it's a big gift.
Yeah, it's a good legacy. Important.
Yeah. Yes.
That's great. So when did you decide to work with Tango? Like, when was the moment in which you said, okay, this is what I'm going to do, or did it just happen? Like, you just continued going?
Actually, I never had another work. I only work with Tango. So after 1 month of learning, I give my first performance. Of course, we were kids, everybody were happy.
Of course.
We were not very good at that moment, but we were happy. And the moment in which we start taking this more professional was when Rodolfo dies. When he had cancer, and it was very fast. Rodolfo and Maria, they had a tour around Europe. Maria spent a lot of money for the Rodolfo's problem, right? Actually, this is nice. We were every night we drive like, suppose 50 kilometers, 30 kilometers every night with my mother to Rodolfo's house to give him the morphine, because my mother, she was a nurse.
All right.
So every night we went to their house to help them. And when he dies, Maria didn't have much money left, and he had a plan already their tour. So she decided to take my brother and me on tour together with her. So the plan was she paid for our tickets, and we said, all the money that we collect, it's for you. We didn't want any money. We were 18 and 19 years old. So we did like that. We give the lessons, the three of us together, and then my brother and I give the performance, right, in the tour, and was a great experience. We were traveling together for 3 months. It was our first time in Europe. For this moment, for us, was something unexpected. It was impossible to think about something like that, especially because I come from a very normal family. My parents never went to Europe, for example. So after that tour, that was the last tour for Maria and the first one for me and my brother. So after that, every year we were touring for 15 years with my brother. And then when he stopped, I started traveling first by myself and then with other partners.
So when was it that you started when you were 19, you said,
yes,
touring?
when I was I did many jobs here in Buenos Aires before that, always with tango, starting with lessons. I was very nervous when we start giving lessons because we were always afraid about having some student that knows more than us in that moment. Was nice. And we start actually giving lessons on the place that Rodolfo and Maria used to have their lessons.
All right.
So at the age of 18, I start traveling, let's say, and I continues like that for the next year, still this year.
Yeah. So, okay. So you've been working and touring for a long time already. And
yes.
Do you think that the tango, the industry, has changed from when you started? And if so, how?
A lot.
Yeah.
A lot, yes. Of course, every change, it's positive. It's positive because I think changes makes you move. So I think if in tango there wouldn't be any change, the tango would die. So I think it's very good that everything changed and we have new generations learning and teaching in different ways. I really believe that good things stay and bad things sooner or later disappear. So, but for example, during my learning was very common, as I told you before, to have one teacher or one couple as a reference. And this always give me the idea that when you learn how to dance, you also learn experience. And a person can show you or can share their experience when you spend time with them.
Exactly.
Or with that person. So for me, that was really important. This thing that we nowadays call the essence of tango, it's no more than sharing the experience. And at this moment was like that. There was not another way. For example, in my case, when Rodolfo and Maria went on tour, we took lesson, I don't know, with Carmona, with Soto, with Copes, with different Portalea. We took lessons with different ones. But when they came back, when they finished a tour and they start teaching again in Buenos Aires, we went with them.
Right, no question.
So,
The others were just
no,
between.
because we were learning modern tango.
Exactly.
With them, I learned how to teach. I learned how to enjoy dancing. I see when I watch the videos of Rodolfo, he's always smiling, always smiling. So seeing this every day, sharing this, the soul of that person, create on me the dancer that I am today. And I think this nowadays has changed a little bit. Maybe because of the kind of life that we live today, in which everything is fast. So we believe that if just sharing a weekend with a teacher, we can take a lot of information. And it's not like that. It's not like that. So, but well, everything it's good. I think it's good. We have a lot of young people nowadays approaching to tango, and young people makes that the tango survives.
Exactly.
I remember when I started, there were many milongueros that they were not happy with the youngest, like me, or in my period there was also Sebastián Arce, Lucas Galera, well, Mariana. There were not many, but we were few of our age, right? And there were many milongueros that were not happy with that.
Why was that?
I think because of what happened like nowadays with many people that think now the youngest are destroying tango. They couldn't see that if we didn't learn that, tango nowadays maybe didn't exist.
Yeah.
So there were others like Rodolfo, Maria, Copes, Soto, that they were very happy with the young generation, because they believe that if they taught them to the young generation, tango will go on. And it was like that. So nowadays, that's why even if I share or not some things of the new generation, I embrace them because I know they will keep on moving the tango forward.
But do you feel like in that sense, like, do you have so you embrace the new generation, but at the same time, do you feel that there are things now in the tango world that are not so good?
Good or bad, who knows? We never know.
Oh, but
we
maybe
never know.
things that you don't appreciate personally, like from your point of view.
Yes, I think I miss from the old milongas the relaxing time in which we went to milonga to dance, to share. Nowadays, when you go to milonga, everyone is like, very stiff, and this I don't like much.
Yeah. The milongas have become very competitive, so everyone is like trying.
Yes. I think we need to understand that each person has their own tango, We are human beings. We are all different, so we cannot compete. We can never compete. So it's just trust on what you have, and that's it. But this is something that I when I go to milongas, I feel actually quite uncomfortable with that. I feel like, I don't know how it's in English, but when you said sapo de otro pozo,
You're out of your element.
like, yes, it's like, well, this is when it happens, all that, right? That we compete, that we are in a step of being proud of the work of another one. Maybe they just don't look at you, or I don't know.
Yeah.
Before, maybe because we were less, it was very common to help with each other. Nowadays, I don't know.
Yeah. So before we continue, I want to say to the people who are watching that we can see your comments here. So if you have any questions that you would like to ask Noelia, please, you're welcome to do so. I have, of course, a number of topics that I would like to discuss with her, but we can derail totally. We can go somewhere
Of
else
course.
and and talk about something else. So you have worked both in tango escenario and stage tango and tango salon. Like, what do you like of each? What do you like more?
Definitely, Tango Salon. It's the one I enjoy more. Actually, when I used to dance more like stage, like in what we call tango houses here. For the people that doesn't know, here there are some venues in which you can have dinner and watch a tango show. I used to work, and I work in many of them here, in different cruises, making shows. For me, this was just fun. It was fun. I was young. I liked to jump, to improve. I was
Yeah.
really learning, like getting as much as I could, and I was happy with that. And also, my career was not defined. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Yes, I was just looking for something that I didn't know. Um, so for me, working on stage was fun. Then, of course, although I work a lot on making that kind of shows, I never stop dancing like salon style. I always give performance in milongas, and that's another thing that changed a lot, actually, because before, performing in milongas was like you were sitting at the table, the organizer approach you and say, "Would you like to dance today, or maybe next week if you don't get?" And you wear like with the clothes that you were using at this time, and you just stand up and dance.
Full improvisation.
Today, yes, but everything. We didn't have like costumes. The costumes were more for the stage,
Right.
not to perform in a milonga. But well, whatever. Then my feeling performing in milonga, for me, that's the best. It's my place. It's my place. There, I'm not nervous. I'm just showing what I am.
Oh, that's nice.
So
Yeah.
maybe in a stage, I felt that I was acting. It was not me. I like it. I enjoy it, but I have to act. And that's why I like more dancing salon, because I feel that what I do, it's me. I don't have to act.
And that's a really, I think that that's an amazing lesson for all the people who are listening to you. For me, like to what you're saying precisely, like that when you dance, it's about yourself, about showing what you are. And I think that's really beautiful.
That's not easy.
No,
That's
no, no.
not easy.
Because
For human beings, it's not easy to show what we are.
Yeah, you put
But I
yourself in a
think this
vulnerable
is
place.
exactly. But this is the let's say the goal of tango.
Yeah,
Finding who you are, accepting you, and dance.
beautiful. That's great. So also, okay, so we are talking about the dance, but there is another part of your work, which is the teaching. And I think that it's
Yeah.
very like clear that those two skills are related, but they are not the same, right? So
No.
in the sense that you could be a great teacher, but maybe a not so good dancer, or you could be an amazing dancer, but maybe not such a good teacher.
Yes.
So in your case, like what aspect do you enjoy more? Like, do you, you're saying that you're talking about the dance, I suppose, that I mean, of course you enjoy it, but how do you feel about the teaching? What does the teaching give you that maybe the performing does not give you, or vice versa?
Well, I love teaching. I learn a lot by teaching, sharing things, and especially in my case that I travel quite a lot. It's beautiful to teach different cultures. It's like, for example, here when you go to a tango lesson, the teacher will show you the basic, you copy, you try to do it. That's it.
Yeah.
And if I do this in Germany, for example, it will not work. The lady will start asking me, and when do you cross? Do you put your, where do you put the weight? In your big toe, in the middle? And I was like, so also teaching in different culture give me, help me a lot in
To understand.
my,
Yeah.
to understand and to improve my own teaching.
Yeah.
Because here it's more like we connect more with do, copy, and then feel and keep on trying. In parts of Europe it's different.
Yeah.
People need to really understand what they are doing before they try it. And for example, I give lessons in India.
Oh,
In this country is also difficult for the people to embrace and touch with each other, like in most of the country. But for them, that was so easy to get the idea of connection, of sharing with the other partner, that then the rest were just copying the steps.
okay.
Maybe in some part of Europe, no, they need to have all the technique perfect. Then they dance for a while like this till they start getting more relaxed and they can embrace. I mean, everything is nice for me to see the progress, yes, of that. It's amazing, and I feel very grateful to see this, to have the opportunity to see this. Maybe if I only teach here, I wouldn't improve that part of my teaching. Yes.
Yeah.
But I think for me it's very nice to teach. It's more like a therapy. I like to stay with the person, to understand why they want to dance tango. Not everybody in the street wants to dance tango. So I like to know why, then why they want to go on, why they want to improve. And I have many different answers, yes, from the students. But I think this is one of the most things I like. And I also like to see how people improve they behave because of tango. Yes, how many?
What do you mean?
For example, I have met a lot of people that used to be very shy, very shy, and little by little with tango they improve their social life, for example. And I love this. I love this.
It's
For
really, it gives
me,
you a sense of belonging, I think, for many people.
yes,
Yeah.
yes. For me, I love this. Of course, I like all the technique part. I'm very strict with that. I like. I believe that to break rules, first we have to know the rules. So I'm very like that.
So you got that from Maria, your maestra?
Yes, probably. Probably, yes. Yeah. So I'm very strict, but also I like to work with the personality of the students.
That's great. So there is a question here from Maria Prokorova. She is one of my students. So
Okay.
she wants to know, what do you appreciate in your tango life, mostly as a woman?
Okay. I think my tango life give me strength. Strength, is that okay?
Yeah,
Make
fuerza.
me to show how strong I can be in my life. In my life, I think, yes. In my life I pass for different periods, different personal periods. Actually, my tango was not the same that I dance with my brother than the one I dance with my other partners, or the one I dance after my parents died. So every period were different, beautiful, because again it makes me be what I am today. But tango show me that I can be, that I can survive.
Yeah, you can take care of yourself.
Being alone.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I understand. That's a nice thing. So this actually takes me to another question that I had. So what I'm doing now, this series of conversations is called Conversations with Women in Tango, and I'm interested in listening to the views of women, just because, because usually in tango we hear a lot more the men talking, and I think that now that
I
is
agree.
changing, before it was more and more even that you would hear more the men's opinion. So that's one of the things, and I would like to know if you feel if there is a big difference between men and women, and how they are perceived or how they work in tango today. I mean, knowing that it has changed, like, how do you feel?
Yeah, it has changed. We are just at the beginning of the changing, from my point of view. We are just at the beginning, really.
So there's still a lot to change.
A lot, and we need to be more honest.
Okay.
Not just say, yes, we change. We have to show that change. So as I told you before, when I started learning, all the eyes were put into my brother. I mean, he was the one that learned the figure, and I was there just to follow. And I was very disappointed. Very disappointed with that. I was always strong in front of that kind of behaviors. But well, later I understood that it was just part of that period. Nowadays, I think technically something that is very good for the ladies is that I don't know for which reason, but the ladies are always more interested about studying, learning, improving. They are more curious. They are they are all the time trying, like you create this talks with ladies. I haven't seen talks with men. Yes. Yeah, it's like the ladies are always moving, trying. Yes, I'm not saying that there are not men that do that, but
I
is
lost
it
you
okay?
but now you're back. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Somebody's calling me. Come on.
So you were saying that
probably if she called again, I will stop the call. Okay, so if I disappear, I will be back.
Okay. So you were saying that there are difference, and that you were not saying that all men were.
No, not all men. There are men that are very trying and studying a lot. Of course, they are. But I know more ladies than men, and in general, when there is a technique lesson, there are more ladies than men. When I talk with men, they don't take lessons because they already dance. When I talk with ladies, even if they dance, they still improving. So I don't know why the ladies are more are like stronger. Yeah, I don't know if it's for some reason. I don't know it. Then I like, and again, it's not in general, yes, but probably there are men that are also very sensitive and sensible. But I think that when I go to lesson, I still taking lessons. I love taking lessons. Before all that, I take a lot of lessons with Natalia and Gabriel Angio. And also I love Josefina and Fabian Peralta. They are my friends, and we share knowledge, and they have a beautiful project with in which I go and I learn from them. So I'm still learning. And also the lady is the one that put like the sensible part. You know, the one that goes talk to the students, like they yes, I'm not saying that it's good or wrong. I believe that women and men are we are different, and this is which is beautiful, right? But well, I think it's like in tango, we need both to find the balance.
Yes. And how, so these situations that you're describing are like situations of like the difference in learning, like how men and women learn, or how do
or teach.
How do you feel about if there is a difference in the way that men and women relate, like more in the tango as a business? Like, do you think there is a difference, and if so, like what would you say? Like,
well, I think about business, the ladies are all the time like creating new things. In general, is the lady the one that organize the tours and answer the emails and stuff like that. In general, it's like, yes, it's like the logistic part.
That's the
Yes,
division of work there in the couples.
yeah, and what I see also is that, for example, I know some ladies that work by themselves, alone, without partner. Like I did it very, very often, and I see that they give the lessons alone, that they organize the things alone. Then I know some men that, no, they go to school, and in general in that school there is a lady organizing stuff, and I think the lady, it's more más procreativa, no?
Okay, so more creative.
Yes, I think the lady will always find not all of them, because I also have some ladies that oh no, if I don't have a partner, I don't know how to work. And I always say, come on, work. It's what you like, it's what you love, you can make it.
Yeah. So about that, like you were the creator and co-organizer of a tango festival called Tango Deluxe, together with Maria Inés Delgado, Josefina Bermúdez, and Roxana Suárez.
Roxana. Yeah,
So,
this is something that I love. I really, really love that event.
I'm going to show here a picture of the last one. So
okay, we did the last one here in Buenos Aires. We normally try to make it here in Buenos Aires every summer, in general January or beginning of February, and once a year in different part of the world. Yes, we did in Italy, in Portugal. We try to change places.
And what's the festival about? Is this like a follower technique only, or is it?
No.
Okay.
It's it's the tango from the point of view of a lady. Yes, it's we teach of course we have technique lessons only for ladies, in which all the men are always welcome. It's not closed only for ladies, because the four of us believe that the technique, it's only one.
Yeah.
It's not that we have ladies technique and men technique. We have some tips for ladies, some tips for men, because we have different roles, but the technique, it's one. It's the same. So when the idea of this is that we can share the technique for everyone, and then we have also lessons for couples. Yeah, so in which we show a movement, but we try to little by little go from the technique of the movement till the movement on itself, just to make them understand once again that the movement is not, or the figure is not the most important.
Exactly.
But it's a really nice event, because you know that the four of us comes from a tango salon. But although we have our own style, and we can say that the four of us dance tangos alone, we have different ways of doing this. And each time we make the event, we program and we talk about the lessons. Each lessons we ¿cómo es esto? La armamos, ¿no?
Yeah, you think about the lesson.
We think about lesson, we talk, we share time together to prepare the lesson. That's the one.
Exactly.
We prepare the lesson. And it's so nice, because I have been dancing for almost 30 years, and the others too. Yes, many years of tango. But we still sharing different opinions and find in the middle. So with so many years of tango, I cannot say that, I don't know, Roxana makes the ocho wrong because she does it different than me. Yeah. Impossible, because she's beautiful. Yeah. So like this, with this kind of conversation, we come into a middle. We come into a point in which we can agree with each other, and then we share this in the lessons. I think it's I love this event. I love it.
So there is a question. So you have the question that you want. I have it for the end. So don't worry, it's going to come. But Manuel Franz is asking, how can you relate to tango lyrics that are mostly from the perspective of men? And if you wish that there will be more lyrics from the women point of view? That's an excellent question, actually.
That's an excellent question. And actually, there I have some issues with that kind of things nowadays, in which I believe that words are so important for our life. Yes, that words are not only words, that words give us and create something on us, which I means if I'm all the time saying like bad things, wrong things, or negative things, sooner or later I will not feel very happy and I will be like in darkness. So I always try to be very careful about the words I use. I always try to create a positive atmosphere around me. So with tango, it's a big issue. It's a big
challenge.
issue. It's a challenge. I try to see it from the outside, and as I told you before, for sure I was not normally when I were a kid. It was very common that my uncle played Julio Sosa in the car. He put a cassette at that time. With Julio Sosa, and I was like, oh my God, en esta tarde gris, oh my God, that's very depressing, that's horrible. I was like 12, 11, oh, come on. When my parents died, all the things that for me were like horrible and they had no sense, they start having a lot of sense.
So you were relating to these sad words.
Yes, because it's like it's not what you hear, it's when you listen to that songs. So I think we have a lot of tangos that talks about love and life also. It's not only that they are masculine. And what I try to understand also is that they become from a period in which it was like that. That nowadays is different. Of course, I wish we have more women's point of view in this at this moment. Of course, yes, but I don't try to. I try not to get attacked to all the lyrics, especially the negative.
Yeah, the ones that like violence and stuff like that. I think personally, like I try not to listen too much.
No, there's so many beautiful tangos that talks about loves that.
Yeah.
Okay,
so wow, the time has really passed super fast. So I want to wrap it up by asking you some short questions now. So I took this questionnaire for this show that I used to watch. It's called Inside the Actor Studio, and I adapted it. So just say the first thing that comes to your mind, okay?
Oh my God. Okay, I'm ready.
No, it's not so. It's not bad. So what is your favorite word? Tu palabra favorita?
Mi palabra favorita, love.
Love. What is your least favorite word?
Something like aggressive.
Okay.
Yeah.
What sound or noise do you love?
Birds.
Birds. What sound or noise do you hate?
People fighting.
Okay.
I hate it. It makes me very... I'm working on that. I have to control that.
Yeah, it makes you anxious, probably.
Yeah, it makes me feel very bad.
Yeah. Okay. What is your... This is funny. So what is your favorite curse word? So tu insulto favorito.
I have many. I love swear words. No, I cannot say. Do I have to say it?
Yeah, say. I mean, if you want to. If you don't want to, it's fine.
Bueno, in Spanish, pelotudo, it's one of that it really comes from inside.
From within, like pelotudo.
Like that, exactly.
Okay, good. We're not going to translate that because I don't even know what the equal in English would be, but
It's a very bad word.
So name a tango that you love. A song.
Well, I like a lot Grisel.
Ah, yeah, that's beautiful. Okay.
I like it.
Have you danced it? Have you performed it?
Yes.
Nice.
I don't remember when, but I in general, when I dance, I like that my partner choose a song.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what I'm going to dance because I believe that the man is the head of the
team.
The machine, yes, of the team. And if he doesn't like the song or he's not inspired by the song, then he will not be able to create a good choreography, let's say. Yeah.
Okay. But one time you chose it. You chose Grisel.
Yes, I chose Grisel, and also I chose Patético once. So that was my 2 times, I think.
Great. Okay. So now tell us a tango that you don't like.
Sí, hay un tango tipo estos tangos. I don't like the tangos that I used to hear in these tango places, like Cambalache.
Okay.
Like
Yeah.
That kind of tangos I don't like. The most traditional ones, let's say.
Yeah. Those are the tangos that my parents used to hear, and I don't.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No.
So an orchestra that you like, that you love.
Well, I love Pugliese, of course, and Caló.
All right.
But also it's changed depending on
the mood,
on the period. Yes.
So an orchestra that you don't particularly like.
Biaggi. I don't like. It's like I hear 2-3 songs and that's it. I don't like it.
A female dancer that you like.
Oh, I have many. I like Josefina. I like Geraldine, of course. Of course, she's like an angel. Mariana, I also like it. I like many dancers, many female dancers. Yeah, so if maybe I like them for the steps, maybe for the style, maybe for they behave. Yeah, I admire many of them.
A dance couple that inspires you.
Roxanne and Sebastian. Yes, it's. I like the. For example, from them, I like the way they improve. Because I watched them for many years. From then I like this, but then, for example, I watch Josefina and Fabian, and I can't believe how fast they are and how perfect they are. Then I love Gabriel and Natalia, Gabriel Angio and Natalia Games. I took their lessons. Well, I used to take the lessons till this moment that we are living, and they are also very, very precise on the way they teach and on the way they dance. So they are also a couple that really inspired me.
Okay, so what profession other than your own would you like to attempt?
Psychology.
Okay.
Yeah.
And this is the question that you had as well. So that's Diego actually was. And what profession would you absolutely not want to try?
no, lawyer, for example, or something with like economy. Not
You know,
at all.
I'm a lawyer, you know.
No, I really admire you. No,
Well,
I would be a very bad one.
that's why I'm doing tango now.
Very good balance.
So, what advice would you give to someone? This is the last one. So, what would be your advice for somebody who is starting to dance tango?
Be patient,
Mm.
honest, and try to understand that frustration it's something that you will have to become friends with, because it will be there, and you don't have to argue or to be angry in front of that situation. Just better to become friends, to understand that exist, accept it, and then you will keep on dancing. If not, this frustration can make you leave something that you really love.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's a great
I
advice.
think.
So,
Thank you.
thank you, Noelia. Thank you for your time, for accepting to
Thank you very much.
Super happy. This conversation went super fast, and it was really interesting. I think I learned a lot from listening to you. And
Thank you. Thank you, Nadia, and thank you for having this great idea. I think it's really a very good time to learn about the dancers, to listen, to talk to them. We learn a lot from talking, from sharing time with another person. So, congratulations for this, and of course, you have all my support.
thank you very much.
You're
Okay.
welcome. You're welcome.
And for the people who are listening, we will continue with this cycle. At least I have 4 guests confirmed now. And next week we will continue with Elena Sergienko at the same time, same place, everything. And welcome
So
back.
don't miss it.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Bye bye.
Bye.